Thanks for hanging out this afternoon. Are you free on Thursday? I would be so down. Are you still coming to the foot fetish? No, I didn't get these texts because of my conversational skills. I got them because of these 8 habits, which take literally no skill. And I don't know what you're doing, but I didn't used to do any of these. Number 1, think of the most exciting thing that's happened to you this week. I learned this one from my mum actually. You know, when someone asks you, how was your day? What did you do today? And it feels like your brain has been encased in jelly because your thoughts are moving so slow. Suddenly, you've done all this stuff today, but you can't remember a single thing on the spot. Well, that is why you prepare your answer ahead of time. Instead of giving a boring response to like, how are you? How was your day? What did you do today? What did you do this weekend? You instantly have something good to tell people. You can instantly become like 10 times more interesting without actually being more interesting. Number 2, always be the most enthusiastic person in any fun activity. Say you're going to a costume party. I love costumes personally, so I always dress up with like the silliest costume there. If you're kicking around a soccer ball, be the person who actually runs to the ball instead of walking. This doesn't mean like try-harding and trying to like beat your friends in any kind of competition. It means having the most fun, because when you have more fun, you give other people permission to have fun. So be that person who brings up the mood, and every time people are around you, they're going to be having more fun. And you can see as well how these tips, they don't require any skill. You could give these 8 habits to a Discord mod and I reckon they'd turn out to be a pretty chill guy. Number 3, get there early. I honestly love people who are there on time, who are organized, because organized people make better friends. You end up hanging out with them more often. They remember to talk to you. They're just better. And when you get there early, you have time to do these other habits, such as the first one, thinking of like what was the best part of your week, because otherwise you're not going to be bothered to do it. You also have time for the next habit. Number 4, prepare questions. This is not memorizing a whole conversation and exactly what you're going to say. This is going, I talked to this person last time. What did we talk about last time? Oh, that's right. They said that they were going to start doing wood carving. They said they were going to try that. Well, I should probably ask them how that's going. That's as simple as it is. It's just thinking follow-up questions ahead of time, because maybe you won't remember in conversation, and you're just going to have absolutely stacked amazing conversations if you go up to someone and you're like, hey, I remember you were talking about that thing, and like you're just going to seem so interested and so charismatic, and it takes no skill. You literally just spend like 2 minutes thinking about it. Number 5, never hide objects or clothes that tell a story. One time I rocked my bike up somewhere to go hang out with some friends, and I didn't want the helmet to get stolen, which is pretty stupid because what thief wears a helmet? But anyway, I walked up to these guys like carrying a helmet, and then I put it in my bag. And people were like, oh, hey, like, did you ride here or something? Did you get an electric scooter? And I was like, oh yeah, I rode my bike here. Absolutely free conversation right there. Has the opportunity to reveal a shared interest if they also like riding bikes. And instead of starting it like, oh, how are you? How was your day? They can just jump right in. Oh, helmet, right? They have so much to go off. If you have a nice piece of jewelry, wear it. If you just did something and you're coming and you know you've got like a helmet, you've got microphones, you're wearing different clothes as long as the clothes are acceptable. You don't need to hide it. You don't need to be performative and like deliberately show it off, but you don't need to hide it to look normal. This is a pretty minor one. It's not going to come up that often. It's not going to be too useful, but when it is, it's just something that's nice to keep in mind. It's like this thing could lead to a good conversation. Number 6, help organize social events. If you don't feel like you can fully organize something on your own, and let's say you get invited to something and you know maybe all the details haven't been worked out, maybe you don't even have the date yet, you can be that person who chips in when the group chat hasn't been active in a little while and be like, hey, are we still doing this? Like, how does the 16th work for everyone? And you just actually put in the effort to progress it, because you know who is more fun to be around? People that you are actually around. And if you can help organize social events, everyone there wants to do the thing. So everyone's going to be happy that you've helped organize it. And it doesn't even have to be your social event, you know, chipping in like a, hey, is everyone still down to do this? Or like, hey, should we all bring a plate of food? Anything that could make it better. Any kind of these things are going to be worth doing. By the way, this also applies for like one-on-one stuff. One time I asked someone like, oh, hey, do you still want to like do this thing? And they're like, oh my God, like I'm actually like so happy that you remembered and you still want to do that, because they were probably like unsure if I really wanted to do it. And so me following up proved to them like that I did want to do it. So the reason they weren't organizing further was just because they weren't sure if I liked it. And so me following up was just confirming that I liked it. I wanted to do it. So it's a really good thing to do. Number 7, learn a joke. In like the last 2 months, I reckon I've been asked to like tell a joke probably like 4 times. Is that more than usual? Probably, but I feel like this is something that happens sometimes. People ask like, oh, do you like know a joke? Like a kid will ask you, or like people will be like, what's your best joke or something. Maybe sometimes there's a silence and you just want to tell a joke just to be fun. And you don't want to be that person who someone's like, oh, do you know any jokes? And you're like, no, I don't know any jokes. Like, that's just cringe. So just learn one joke. It takes like 5 seconds. Go on a ChatGPT and be like, I don't know. Here's a terrible one that I've just made up. Why didn't the loser go to the dance? Because he had no one to go with. Get it? One, winner, loser. Anyway. Please use a better one than that. I just wanted to come up with a joke on the spot. I think it's fun. Number 8, remember things about people. In my calendar, as we speak, I have a couple things in there which are like, my friend gets back from Europe or something. And so I remember to follow up with them and be like, hey, how was Europe? Maybe someone's gonna, I don't know, try like the woodworking thing I said earlier. Maybe I'll chuck in my calendar like, oh, this person has their first woodworking class today. And so I know to follow up on stuff. I also know when they're available. Yeah, like you can also just remember it using your memory, but you have to actually put effort into doing it. And I absolutely love it when someone comes up to me and follows up on something which I told them about ages ago that I've done. So like, it's one of the most charismatic things you can do. So those are the 8 habits, and you may notice that you can do some of them right now. You can do the joke one right now. You can probably do the remembering one right now if you haven't already been doing it. You can just start now. You can do the story one right now. These are mostly preparation things, so you can do them all right now. So why don't you do them right now? Now's a good time. I assume you're free. Anyway, I hope this helps. Have an amazing day.